The water bubbles hiss. I imagine 4 kinds of death lying beneath the surface. I remind myself, as always, that the ocean is trying to kill me, and as much as I am afraid, it only draws me closer. The ocean terrifies me. Though that's not entirely true. I've spent my whole life living near the ocean or the coast, that I've become used to spending time in the water. Living in New Zealand, where no point is more than a 2-hour drive from the beach, will do that. However, if anything has shown me my own fear of the ocean, apart from Jaws, it's Subnautica. Developed by the team behind the competitive shooter Natural Selection 2, which I love, Subnautica is Unknown Worlds' foray into the ever-popular survival genre, and to nobody's surprise, is currently part of the Steam Early Access program. Subnautica is legitimately scary, and not in the same way that a lot of other games of the same genre are quote-unquote scary. While other survival games use some set of spooky circumstances or just other players to generate tension, Subnautica throws you into an unknown environment and asks you to survive. The key difference here being an unknown environment rather than an unnatural one. While many other survival games will put you into a familiar landscape, but then throw in some thematic twist as to the reason for your required survival, Subnautica's weird alien landscape is an entirely natural one. Well, entirely natural sans the large crashed spaceship and the radiation that it spews into the large part of the environment. Despite everything being so alien and different, it all follows the same kind of rules you would expect from any ecosystem. The most prevalent of which being,
there's always a bigger fish.
And is there always a bigger fish? My first hours in Subnautica was spent paddling around in the appropriately named safe shallows, where most of the fauna found in this area are so small and harmless they can be caught with your own hands. Even as night falls, the coral reef is lit up with the pretty glow of bioluminescence that pretty much every creature has conveniently evolved. And then I took one flipper kick out, and I saw this. It's called a reefback. It's huge, it's totally harmless, and it's terrifying. Up until this point, most of the fish in the area are smaller than the player, and coming across this beast of an animal is a very stark reminder of just how small you really are. That's not the only use of scale to invoke this kind of feeling though, and this next use has very strong ties to the difficulty curve and how Subnautica allows for players of any ability to survive. The truth is, Subnautica is not a difficult game. You can spend as much time as you want paddling around in the shadows with enough food, water and basic materials to construct a simple home, and the game won't punish you for this. But every time you surface for air, you will be met with the same sight. The distant spaceship that you so helplessly fell from. And that's the hook. You want to go see it, you want to go satisfy your morbid curiosity of just what is on that ship. But the technology required to even get close are just outside your grasp. You have to jump in to the deep end. Environments beyond the shallows come with a sizable plunge into a deeper depth to access, and Subnautica doesn't ease you into this, with sheer cliffs becoming commonplace at the borders of different biomes. Standing at the edge of total darkness, new players have no idea what is down there, and there is no artificial barrier that prevents a player from accessing these deeper areas. But if you're not fully prepared, Subnautica will gladly spit you back out. It's a difficulty selector. Beyond the predetermined game modes available, when a new game is started, which vary the amount of survival-esque systems that are put into your game, this lets the player tackle obstacles that are in the way of achieving the end goal of Subnautica at their own pace. These obstacles aren't locked off through specifically designed checks and goals, but rather through the player's own determination and courage to face the dangers that come with advancing past these obstacles themselves. This level of scale and self-determination that Subnautica presents to the player is why I think this game doesn't just sit alongside the numerous other offerings in the survival genre. Subnautica doesn't try to give the player intense action, huge stakes, or sick pro MLG player-on-player action, because it doesn't need to. Subnautica just wants you to feel small, uneasy, and out of place. It wants you to explore this vast and unknown environment, and it wants you to dive down beyond your comfort zone and explore the depths below. Subnautica is terrifying, but somewhere down in those depths is a glimmer of hope and a possibility of a future for you as a player. Hey guys, Ben here. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to see more in the future, make sure you subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. It'd also be awesome if you could throw us a like and maybe comment if you really want to, so we can chat to you and stuff. If you also want to check out the podcast that me and David do, it's called Art for Artists. It's a good time. We talk about stuff like this, but for longer, and it's once a week. It's pretty fun. If you also want to check out our Patreon, just over there probably somewhere, that would be great. Any amount helps. It just means we can do this more full time, essentially. So with that, I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.